What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Spider Society, the full team in action, and what you have to do in order to make this team work in raids. There is a lot of misinformation from the envoys that you need to have like specific ISO weight on these characters like Raider, or you need to have these characters at 6 yellow stars and so on to be successful. It's definitely not the case. This team is actually quite powerful, and if you have the right ISO weight position and so on, T4s, there are a few T4s you can skip. If you have all of these, you can beat all the nodes easily. One shot, you'll see the clips in a second. So we're going to break down all the information that you need to know in order to prepare your team. And as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure to smash that like button like a boss. Okay, so we're going to take a look at those T4s. This is not going to be the infographic video or anything like that. That will be for tomorrow, as this team has a lot of value in other game modes. This team, in just 2 or 3 hours that was available, my alliance has been able to come up with a lot of counters for alliance wars, and the same goes for Cosmic Crucible. So this is something that we'll have to have a deep dive in the very near future. So I hope you guys will be around for that. Now, in terms of this team, there are a few T4s that you can skip. The basics for the new characters are 100% skippable. So Penny Parker, the Peter B. Parker, and Spider-Man Pavitre, you can skip all their basics. Then there are T4s like the ultimate for Penny Parker that are must-have in raids. So if you don't have these T4s in raids, the team still works, but only if you have them at more yellow stars and red stars. So these exclusive T4s for raids are going to be extremely important. Then we have to take a look at the ISO weight. Skirmisher ISO weight is must have. You don't have any problem with the damage if you have the right position and the right ISO weight. And then it's all about understanding how the team works and making sure that you are spreading the negative effects and so on. So this is the team that we are going to use. You can see the sizes. So Peter B. Parker 4 yellow, 4 red, Penny 3 yellow stars, 3 red stars, Pavitre 3 yellow stars, 3 red stars, and Ghost Spider 0 diamonds, and Noir, he has 2 diamonds, but I would actually prefer if he had 0 diamonds, because the Ghost Spider being bigger than Noir is important. Now, on her passive, she has something that counters these, but the situation is that many times Noir has offense up, and because of that, her passive, even that helps, it doesn't actually help, because the gap is just too big when they have offense up. Now, in terms of the position of this team, you want to use the new characters in the middle. This is going to be extremely important because they have counter attacks, and those counter attacks are going to provide additional evades, additional healing, additional energy, and also additional speed bar. So once again, very important. Make sure you have the right T4s, make sure you have the right ISO weight, and also make sure you have the right position. So with that said, let's take a look at these characters in action and see how they perform. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna do the skill nodes on the incursion to raids, difficulty 3, very important, and we are going to use the full Spider Society team. Now, this is going to be with the low stars. I know that the envoys have done this with like 6 yellow stars, 7 yellow stars, and they kind of failed, but you can do it with 3 yellow stars if you have the right ISO weight, if you have the right position. In my opinion, the position of the characters, you should have the 3 new characters in the middle, which I'm not using right now, but it's something that I'm going to change after. And then, very important, you want to make sure that you have your Penny Parker as a striker, and then you can use 1 additional striker. Who is it going to be? I like Ghost Spider as a striker. First off, because you need her to have more damage, and her assists can apply blinds. If you can do it right away, then her other abilities can apply the blind as well with the striker as a weight. I'm still not sure if this is the best mode or not, but it's something that we'll try in the future. Okay, so with Noir, we're going to use the special on Bishop, and with Pavitre, you want to use the ultimate on Thor, so you can delete this Thor as fast as possible. Now, with Peter B. Parker, you can use his ultimate because he starts with full energy, and this is going to apply Disrupt to Korg, which is very, very important, as you don't want Korg to be in your way with this taunt, right? After that, you can apply the stun with the Penny Parker and apply Blitz to everyone. As you guys can see, the ability still get a lot of resists, which is very, very annoying. And here, I'm not sure exactly why. The Ghost Spider, she was still not attacking all the time, because sometimes she has offense up, other times she doesn't, and depending on that you might get assist from her or from Spider-Man Noir. But the goal is to have your Ghost Spider bigger than your Noir, so you can always apply the blind with assists. Okay, so after Thor gets deleted, you should delete the other Asgardian characters, especially if you are unlucky and they get all the buffs from Valkyrie. And after that, you want to make sure that you also remove the positive effects from the two wind pools, and you apply slow to the Kraken America. So those are the Captain America's World War II. You want to apply slow to them, and after you want to apply blind to them so they cannot turn you wind your team. So you can see right there, we got a blind on the right side. Now we're gonna blind the left side or stun. Blind or stun, one of them is good. Ability block is also good. You don't have to worry too much about that. Now, in terms of Archangel and Dark Beast, you want to apply slow to them as fast as possible, and you want to delete them as fast as possible. You don't want them or to rewind your team, or to apply trauma to you, or flip your buffs, or anything like that. So the faster you delete them, the better. I would prioritize with Dark Beast. Apply slow to the second Archangel and delete the Dark Beast, because Dark Beast can still assist the attacks of the other characters. So be very careful with that. Stun the first Archangel, slow the second, kill Dark Beast, and you are good to go. After that, pretty much all the characters just die with the bleeds, and then you just have to clean the house. You don't have to worry about cooldowns, because this team on spawn gets a lot of energy. It's like 5 energy or something, so you can really spam all the abilities, because either way you are going to recover them on spawn. Now, the reason why we have certain characters as strikers like Penny Parker is because we want to use the abilities during the match, right? If you don't have her as a striker, you can only use her ultimate like 1 time or 2. But if you have her as a striker, then you can use multiple times, like 3 or 4, which is more fun and easier to play as well, of course. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the second node, and the second node, same team. This time I'm using the proper position, which is once again using the new characters in the middle. Very important. Why is this important? Because you can apply counterattacks to your team, and every time they counterattack, they are giving you more speed bar, more evades, more healing, and also more energy. This is similar to what we had with the Bifrost team, where we want to have the Val, the Battery Bill, and the Loki in the middle. So every time they get attacked, they apply slows, they apply the expose, they apply the defense downs, and so on. So it's pretty much the same thing, and this is going to improve your team hugely, really, really huge. Once again, you're going to be able to use the abilities all the time because of all this energy flowing with the Striker Isolate and with the counterattacks. Okay, so there we go. We are applying a ton of bleeds to Kang. Kang is going to get trauma because he's the fastest character on the team, based on speed, not based on speed bar. Of course, Noir he has more turns, but Kang is the one with the highest speed. Because of that, we want to stock up on as many bleeds as possible on Kang, and then you're going to spread those bleeds to everyone else. If your Ghost Spider is stronger than everyone else on the team, you're also going to apply a blind, and that blind will protect you from everyone. You also want to make sure that you use the ultimate from Peter B. Parker on Kang, so he has Disrupt, and after you apply those Disrupt to the Rogue as well. Now, you guys just saw, they all bleed out, and this is a 3 yellow stars, 3 red stars. So once again, what the envoy said, that you need these characters at 5 yellow, 6 yellow, and so on, it's just not the case. You just need to have the proper Isolate, Skirmisher, and the Striker Isolate on Penny Parker, and then you need to have them in the proper position, which is, once again, in the middle. The new characters in the middle. Okay, now you can see we are just clearing the house. This took less than 2 minutes, which is good. Which is good because the last node, the boss node, is quite difficult, and I don't have a lot of experience with the boss node. I have done it a few times with invaders, and with this team it was the first time, and it can be quite tricky as the enemies have a lot of resistance, and if the negative effects don't land, well, you're gonna struggle for sure. The team can still do it, but it definitely does not feel good. So having skirmishers, it really helps out. If you would do this with raiders, it would be much worse. Okay, so here we go for the boss, and now once again we are using the new characters in the middle. We are going to use 2 strikers, everyone else skirmisher, because the negative effects are really important on this one. Now, like I said, I don't have a lot of experience with this node. I did what I thought it was the best. There were some abilities that got resisted and created some problems, and there are situations that you can avoid, but either way it was not a big deal. So what you want to avoid is the attacks from Spider-Man big time. You don't want them to flip your positive effects into negative effects. You can survive, but for this you need to do the T4 on the ultimate of Penny Parker. That is going to apply trauma to the enemies in raids, and that's going to apply safeguard to your allies in raids. So that's going to stop the Spider-Man big times, both of them, to flip your positive effects. Once again, you can do it without this T4, but it's much safer with the T4. Okay, so as you guys can see, Penny Parker applying bleeds to all of them. You also want to make sure that you are attacking characters with vulnerability, so you can get more energy, so you can spam your abilities. But like I said, a lot of the abilities are getting resisted. Even at level 100, the characters just don't have enough focus, and that's definitely a problem. Okay, so here we are going to spread those bleeds, and yes, even that she has evaded, you can still spread the bleeds. And I'm not sure if it's supposed to work like that, but I tried it in the past and it worked, so I'm gonna keep using like this. But you want to spread the blinds, very important, spread the blinds. For this you need your Ghost Spider to be bigger than Spider-Man Noir. And like I said, it doesn't always happen, because many times Spider-Man Noir has offense up. So maybe you want to put some diamonds on your Ghost Spider to make this easier. Okay, so in terms of characters you want to destroy as fast as possible. You want to destroy the characters that remove negative effects. So this is going to be the Squirrel Girl, the Phyla Vale, and the Psylocke. After that, you should focus maybe on Thor. We have one protector. Thor is not really attacking, which I find strange, because Penny Parker is supposed to be a protector, but it's a 50% chance. Either way, stun the Thor so it doesn't attack you, and you should blind the Black Bolt just in case, so if he does his ping from the passive, that it doesn't kill you right away. The Spider-Man big times, they do a lot of damage, so if you can apply offense down or blind to them, that would be great. Once again, it's all based on the size of your Ghost Spider, and if you can apply the blind, then you can spread it or not. Now, the second wave spawns another Absorbing Man, which is very annoying, and you need to make sure that you apply this rub to this guy or you stun him, so he stops copying your positive effects. You see, become very annoying. Now, because we missed one isolate attack, we were not able to get the energy to spread those negative effects again. But if you do it properly, once again, if you are using your counter attacks and your striker isolate properly, you should be able to do the ultimate of Ghost Spider again and spread all those bleeds to everyone else. If you can spread the bleeds, spread the blinds, as they are going to save your team. But the big times, if you apply slow to them and if you don't attack them, you can pretty much ignore them, as they are not getting speed bar. I think that's the best way to go about it, so you don't stress too much, because if you are really going after them, they just do insane amount of damage and you really don't want to do that. Okay, here we go with Penny Ultimate. This is one of the few abilities that attacks everyone, so that's the ability that is going to trigger the big times. At this point in time, we are almost timing out, because once again, this is very difficult. If you don't get the right energy right away, and if you don't spread the bleeds, it delays you quite a lot, and you might time out. And you can see that still the abilities are getting resisted. So if you use this team as a raider at a low level, it's a very, very bad idea. I know once again the envoys are telling you to use raider and so on. Huge mistake, because the negative effects are going to get resisted, and then the crit damage is also absorbed by the armor. So it's not reliable. Just go with skirmisher for now. Maybe in the future, if you have these guys at 5 yellow or 6 yellow or so, you can try with raider to save time. But for now, skirmisher is absolute must have. Okay, so there we go. That was the last node, the boss node of the skill line with the Spider Society. And yes, it works even at 3 yellow stars and 3 red stars. Okay guys, so there we go. As you guys can see, the team does not have to be at 5 yellow and so on, like the envoys have said. They work just fine with the free-to-play size. Of course, this is going to require gear tier 18. Of course, it's going to require the level 100. But I mean, it's the end game. This is the end game. This is the team that we are going to use for now and for the next year when it comes into the skill rates. So I don't think there is anything else that we can do if not invest on this team. This is also going to allow you to get a lot more Crimson gear from the raid season rewards. That's going to allow you to get a Mephisto, and that's going to be a cheat code for Arena, for Cosmic Crucible, Alliance Wars, and so on. So at the end of the day, it's up to you guys to decide what you're gonna do. Is Penny Parker worth it to spending the power cores? Maybe yes, because raids is something that you do daily, and once again, having this character early is going to allow your alliance to progress a lot more on the leaderboards for the raid season rewards. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video where we'll talk about these characters in other game modes, and we'll go more deep dive in terms of the ISO weight, what you can do in other game modes, and also the T4s and the value that they're going to bring across the game, let's say that. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.